listen, here's the whole thing about NFTs, all right? They're non-fuck-withable tokens, and basically you can just buy one of these big old bad Larrys once you have enough of them, man. Do you have any idea how many apes it took to get one of these?
Like a corner.
That's right, that's right. We can't tell them that.
So I got an email from a savvy, very online friend the other day asking me to talk about NFTs. NFTs.
NFTs.
NFT, we're launching.
Does that stand for not safe for work? What does this mean?
Crypto art, creations that live in a digital world.
Nike is getting in on the NFT craze.
We understand it, we get it. You're liking the NFTs, you're liking the crypto.
Crypto punks, pudgy penguins, whatever a beeple is, the industry has been going insane.
Have you heard of what an NFT is?
What's that?
The NFT is like it's called a non-fungible token, an NFT. It was like
I heard about that shit, and I watching all the junk cats. They doing some shit. They're trying to get paid.
I've heard about the NFT stuff. I've heard about Bitcoin. I've heard about cryptocurrency, but I don't know anything about it. I really don't know much about it. I know there's a lot of money to be made. Maybe a lot of money to be lost. I have no really formal education on it.
I know that it's more like a piece of code or a digital piece that you can own, but in this instant, I know that there's also a percentage that the artist makes.
I know completely nothing, 100% about NFTs. I know they're digital. I know it's artwork. I know people can own it.
I kind of know how it works from hearing about it and everything. It kind of felt like trading cards, you know what I mean? Like old baseball cards or something like that, you know, like guys buying stuff that they think is going to be worth more money or something like that later on.
I think it's pretty much just the same as art, because art as like a market, the people decide the worth of art. Sometimes it might be somebody that you may not think is a great artist, but they've become collectible. At the end of the day, the NFT thing is just like you gotta like move with the times.
If I had to dumb it down for anybody, crypto and NFTs could be best explained like Chuck E. Cheese, bro. When you go to Chuck E. Cheese, you take your dollar and you put it in that machine and you get a bunch of Chuck E. Cheese coins, right? But you can only use those Chuck E. Cheese coins there. So like, it's like Chuck E. Cheese was like the first concept, but like, imagine if there was like a coin that's not for children and pizza and like a freaking arcade machine, you know what I mean?
The simplest way I've heard it, and I kind of agree, is that it isn't a receipt. Like a ticket to a concert. Anything that says that, oh yeah, you bought it and it's yours. At what time? I go to CVS. This thing is like 100 miles long.
Look at the size of this shit!
They print it out, but it has the time, what I bought. So an NFT is a receipt in a way, but it's a receipt just like a QR code at the bottom of a painting.
This is what a collector would be looking for.
It's provenance. You can see who bought it over time, how much, to whom, which is tight.
So this is just going to revolutionize everything, right? For musicians, for artists, they could make a piece of art, right? And then they could put in the smart contract, like every time it sells, they make 2.5% royalties off that. For example, Picasso made a painting back in the 1900s. He would sell it once, and then he wouldn't make money off after that. You know, the person that bought it and then would resell it would make money. Picasso didn't make money. So NFTs gives power to the artist. So people can create a piece of art. It sells a year later and they can still make money off it. It's just a way of removing the middleman as well. So for example, a musician can make an album, put the music and the album into an NFT. People can only access this album through that NFT. And then once it sells in the secondary market, they get a percentage off each sale.
I just sold the equivalent units. You gotta understand it. I just sold the equivalent units at $1. Sold 1 million copies flat, my nigga. That's platinum, and I sold 1 million copies, and I made $1 million in less than a fucking minute, my nigga.
They don't need a record label anymore. So it's just gonna revolutionize the way things move.
Are you listening?
Yes.
NFTs are this new evolution of something where I buy this piece of artwork, I buy this song, and that unlike a pair of Yeezys that drop once and that's all they make, and then there's a secondary market where people are sneakerheads and they're gonna buy this shoe and then sell it and back and forth. And Kanye West doesn't get any of that.
What changed all this?
If Kanye West has a NFT and there's a royalty set up with it, the moment that I send it to you, maybe someone sells it for $100 and there's a 5% royalty on it, the moment I give it, he wants to buy it and I give it to him, $95 goes to him and $5 would go to Kanye. The idea.
Its technical term is a non-fungible token.
Just not very fungible. You know how tokens are super fungible?
Got it.
These aren't very fungible.
But essentially what an NFT is like, let's say the easiest version of it is a piece of art that was formed. You know that it's like the Mona Lisa.
The Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa, so many.
The Mona Lisa, you have to bring in an art specialist to verify that it's an original piece of art, right?
People can take a picture of it and they can say that it's theirs, but people will know it's not theirs. So it's the same thing as doing a screenshot of a photo, or like, you know, right-click savers.
You think it's funny to take screenshots of people's NFTs, huh?
Where like they're saying like, oh, I own this NFT, but you really don't.
You could have a million copies of sort of, you know, Michael Jackson's Thriller, but that's very different from the person who owns the master recording.
It's recorded on the blockchain, which everyone can see. It's transparent.
You can prove that you own a piece of art, be it a JPEG, be it a MP4, be it a WAV file, whatever, and everybody else agrees.
And the blockchain shows that that wallet owns it. And that specific wallet has the option to sell, right? Or accept an offer.
So everyone can see that this NFT or this piece of art was created on X date on the Ethereum blockchain, or now it's even like the Polygon blockchain and other ones.
So that's the technology behind NFTs. It's like the smart contract.
But that transparency and that certainty or verification is what makes NFTs so valuable.